We're gonna do a reading about this full moon in Gemini coming up. If you want a personal reading, that information is below. Use your discernment. If you're listening to it and you're like, I don't think this is for me, it's not for you, so don't worry about it. Don't force it. Today we're using a special deck that I had made a couple of years ago. And I literally just found it. And it's funny because I have all of the cards individually. Oh, and you know what's great is I got this is my sigil. So we got a great vibe. I wonder if there's something that you preserved that was very precious and you put away for a little while, which was very personal to you and very sacred, and now maybe it's time to come back to it. Something like that. I just get the impression there's like a last little surprise at the end of the year here. So I'm just gonna give them a couple more shuffles. I can't go too, they will fly everywhere because of the plastic wrap. So I'm just going to shuffle and then we're gonna pull from the top. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. That's our first card. The tree of life. If you can notice behind me, it's the tree of life that I am sitting in is a little bit barren. I think that this is about the cycles of life, especially if you are coming back to something that you have put away, or there was something that was preserved. I'm seeing like a wedding dress in plastic, you know, like the way that people, you know, kind of all tied up and put away, and there's some reason you're going back to it. I actually don't think that this is like a nostalgia thing. I think that this is a useful thing. Like there is something that you're like, oh my god, I forgot like my keys in the pocket, or like I forgot like, oh, that's where that is, and like I put it away. Like there was something else additionally that got caught in you putting away this thing. So if you put away a winter jacket, you're taking it back out because you're cold. I'm getting a little chilly out here, but I wanted to do it outside. You're pulling out your winter jacket again and there's like $20 in the pocket, or there's like, I think it's a little more substantial than that though. There's something that like you've been missing, you've been looking for it everywhere, and you're like, oh my god, it was tied to this thing that I put away. So let's see if we can hints. So there might be synchronistic things happening around you. I think that this time of year, as things get colder and as things get darker and we get closer to the winter solstice, things become a little bit spookier. The veil is thin in a different way. I mean, there's a spiritual gift to all of the seasons, but there is something about this hint. Yeah, luck. And look at, see how we've just discontinued the penny in America. I assume you're in, I don't think I have anyone watching who's not in America, but hello if you are not in America. We've just discontinued our penny. But this is really lucky. Like this thing that you're finding is lucky. It's a part of a discontinued thing. It's something you never thought that you would see again, but you've been looking for it, and maybe you thought it was lost forever. So this could be a talent or a person or whatever. Oh, yes, deliverance. I keep seeing it as a key, and I don't know, this doesn't make any sense, but I keep seeing it as a key in the pocket of a wedding dress that you've put away. What does that mean? Does that mean that you're like revisiting a relationship? Does that mean that you're like, I don't know what that's going to be for you, but that's literally, it just seems like there's some like icon of commitment, or like something that you were very committed to. Maybe there was like a job or like a project or something you were so committed to and you put it away, and now you're looking at it again and there's a key in the pocket. And you're like, I was looking for this everywhere. And it's like a good luck key. It's like made with pennies. I don't know. And this will deliver you from I'm hearing the hell that you've wrought. I can see somebody kind of like rifling through their room and they're like, oh my god, I know this key was somewhere. I know this was somewhere. I don't know where I put it. And you may have accidentally like upturned your life or like made some other decisions based on looking for this key. As an aside, I'm under a flight path, so there's going to be an airplane overhead here. But if we even see here, we're flying away. So maybe the airplane is a part of this too. Maybe there are plane tickets or something that there's like a place that you've wanted to travel, and it's been attached to an old idea or an old feeling or an old time in your life, and you're going back maybe over these memories or something, and you're like, I did always want to go there. I did always want to take that trip. And now I can. I feel delivered from this. This card is funny too. This comic, I don't know where it's from. I just found like a lot of this like art either were pictures in my own phone or I found them online or something. So, excuse me. The thing that seemed like it was going to be safe was actually what was the problem. And so part of what you're being delivered by is it's almost like you have to trust in your gut and not in what like a societal expectation would be or what something looks like on the outside, because in a lot of traditions, in Western traditions, dragons are considered like evil or scary, so maybe there is like maybe some sort of taboo or something about your life or you that is unusual, and you're being called to embrace it because it is actually your deliverance from the mundane, which is killing you. Yeah, the veil. I see you kind of like walking into the sunset, or excuse me, my throat keeps kind of clogging up too. Maybe there is a time of silence that you are going to be walking into, a contemplative time, certainly, because I think, let me get another, actually I'm going to shuffle again. I feel like there is something like once you get this key from going back to something, like what is going to happen here? We've got some new shuffling going on. Oh, unconditional love. I feel like it's also unconditional love of the game, of yourself, of the journey of life, of your world. I don't necessarily feel like there's another person around, but with the like image of the wedding dress, it's possible that there was somebody and there is a story behind that union. And the Tai Chi, this is like, there's a little bit of black in the white and white in the black, and it's kind of constantly moving and cycling. You didn't do anything wrong if you were concerned about making the wrong choice or something. You might be thinking like, oh, you know, if things had gone differently, would I even have had to upturn my room to look for this key? Like, would I be here now? Like maybe the wedding dress that you put away was like, there was a failed relationship and you didn't get married. There was like a failed project and it never got completed, something like that. It just wasn't time though. This is going to take you, this key like opens up Wonderland, you know, beyond the veil, something like that. Cool. I think this is like the portal time that you enter into. I see there's like another project. It seems like a solitary project or a solitary time, but something that's like very, again, it's the key. It's what you've been looking for. You've been missing it. Divine timing. You just like couldn't have seen it before now, which is so frustrating, right? Like, what do you mean? But you were very different from the time that you put these things away. And even like if you lost this element, like it was never lost. It was divine timing. And there was even a part of you who you might have thought of being almost like self-sabotaging or something, and that's not true either. It was really just that you were trying to slow yourself down a little bit until things were prepared for you, when they were a little bit stronger. Yeah, I think there's something that you are going to be confronting. You needed to be stronger for it. And it was almost like if you went, and it's like fine now. Like, look at these two figures. I don't know if you can see, like, this person here is like very capable. And this is merely like an automatron, or they're like, it just like has nothing. There's like, whatever you're up against is nothing compared to you. Like, you are so much stronger than it. Any of the adversarial energies which you might come across, and I think even something that we ignore, or like that we can kind of forget is that the adversary, like, you don't know how strong you are until you're in a fight. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Or, you know, that's that saying that's like, you don't know how drunk you are until you stand up off that, you know, off the bar, like until you're in the bathroom and you're like, I'm really drunk. Like, there's something about, like, you have to test exactly how far you've come, and you'll realize, like, oh wow, actually, like, this is totally, I wasn't able to do this thing before, and that's why I put it away. And I was blaming myself for not completing this thing, or not being able to face this thing, or there was some, you know, some reason it didn't come to fruition before. But now you're strong enough, and there is a time of solitude where you're actually getting a lot of work done. Delight. Yeah, I think that this is I love this, yeah, this kind of silly picture of, like, I loved this sign, like a curious traveler, and you're seeing things differently. This is like a handful of Christmas lights. You're like, oh, I never saw things in this way before, or like, I've seen this thing a million times, but I really needed to be alone, to come back and to contemplate all of these things. So that's really exciting. What's like, if we pulled no other card, what's the card? What's the overall energy that we're looking for here? We got Tree of Life again, but I also came out at the same time as this dissociation. I think that you're I love this meme. It's me after I post something fake positive about life and then go back to my depressed episode where I haven't talked to anyone or drank water in 3 days. So I think, though, I don't think that this is as serious as this is making it seem. I think that you're just like in a cycle of like being hibernating, of like everything is dead, right? So like, why would you be out and about? You're pulling all of the information and you found something. Again, if we go back to this like wedding dress thing, it's like, say you're inside, it's like storming outside, and that's why you're cleaning your room, it's snowing or something, and you come across an old thing, and like, then there's time to be alone with it. So I don't know that you're gonna be depressed necessarily with it, but it just seems like it's a contemplative, maybe even nostalgic time, and this is like a part of the Tree of Life. It's just like a part of life to be in these seasons of solitude and like graciousness, and even you can even like be sad or upset or something like that. So I don't know, that's just what I've got here for our full moon in Gemini, and I hope that was helpful. Bye.